Alrighty then, let's watch from how it should have ended, how Sonic the Hedgehog should have ended. Why talk anymore? Subscribe to HISHE if you haven't done so already. They don't need our promotion.
This episode is sponsored by Honey, a free online shopping tool that helps you save money. Just go to joinhoney.com/HISHE to download for free. Links in the description.
This is my power, and I'm not using it to run away anymore. I'm using it to protect my... What? What the...
Oh god. Hey, that would have been pretty sweet.
Who are you?
You don't know it yet, but we're your friends too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh no, you are not doing that. If you're going to have an Avengers Portal Scene knockoff, then I'm going to have one too.
That's a great Jim Carrey.
My robot friends.
That's a great Jim Carrey impression. Oh!
Your friends look weird.
Your mom looks weird.
Wow.
As I was saying, Bandit Carrey's attack. Yes, come to me, my little friends. Somebody stop him.
I'll take that.
Give that back. I don't think so. I'll kill you. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of my big black bag? Let me tell you something.
Let me show you some.
Okay. Smoking?
Oh, you're a mean one, aren't you?
I do not like you, strange furry beast. I do not like you. Not even the least. Ah, I'm feeling.
Wow, they really know their Sonic characters.
This isn't even half of what I'm capable of. Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Is it this?
Too easy.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Too friendly.
I'm ready to go in, coach. Just give me a chance.
I'm gonna execute a butt kick pattern. Super slow-mo.
I'm Batman.
Kind of Batman.
Let's not see that in an instant replay.
Alrighty then.
Hey, Horseface. I've only got one question for you. Come on, Nux.
What is it?
Do you know the way to my fist?
Oh no. You're destroying all of Jim Carrey's filmography.
Is enough. You all seem to be forgetting that I am in charge here. Me, Dr. Robotnik. That's Dr. R.O.B. Darn it.
Oh, gosh.
I got him. I'm sorry, he was just blowing up the town, so I just thought, I'm a cop and I have a gun, so... I'm sorry, we just don't need any more chaos.
I thought that would
San
have been
Francisco
fun.
PD.
Perfect. Would have been cool then.
Meow? Poor guy. Trying to shoot me with a dart. If I wasn't super fast and fully capable of dodging speeding objects, I would think this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship together. That does sound pretty cool. Maybe I should let the dart hit me? Nah, I should remember what that random owl lady taught me. Always run from your problems. Goodbye, Donut Lord. It was never meant to be.
What the heck?
Okay, Mushroom Planet, here I come.
He's afraid he was going to snap his neck.
Huh. This place isn't so bad. It's actually kind of cool. I wonder what kind of people live here. Oh, it's you.
It's me, Mario.
Can you imagine? That would have been
That
cool.
would be almost as cool as DC and Marvel Crossing.
That would have been a
Sega
great
and
surprise.
Nintendo.
John Bailey!
I was wondering if he was Jim Carrey, yeah.
How much longer? I can't breathe in here.
Do you have your child in that bag?
No. I mean, yes, it's a child, but it's not mine.
It's not your child?
No, it's not.
Yeah, this is very strange behavior. I would just hate myself if I didn't call the police right now.
It's okay. I am the police.
I'm just gonna call it in anyways.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, we hope you enjoyed it. And an extra thank you to Honey for sponsoring this episode.
Honey is good.
Honey is a free online shopping tool that automatically searches the internet for the best promo codes.
Have we worked with
online,
Honey?
adds them right
We
into
have
your cart.
not,
Now,
but we
more
ought
than ever, it's a
to.
great time
I've
to save
definitely
money
used
wherever
Honey
you can,
before.
And Honey can help you do just
See,
that.
this is
We use it
perfect.
to
We
save
can
money
speak
at Target,
authentically on the
Walgreens,
experience.
and when
Honey.
we're sick of cooking, we even use
Over
it to
here.
save
Not
money
interested,
on ordering
Honey.
pizza. Honey is super
Ooh, that
fast,
looked
it's
good.
free, and it only takes 2 clicks to install. Just go to joinhoney.com/HISHE.
I support
We
this.
even left a
I
link in the
support this
description for
sponsorship.
it. Honey supports over 30,000 stores online and has founded 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. That's a lot of savings. So click the link below and add Honey to your browser today, or go to joinhoney.com/HISHE. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you so much again for watching. We hope you're doing well. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Hizzy, for still working your asses off during this time. Thank you.
Yeah, bringing us the entertainment.
I thought this was a really inventive one. I actually preferred it in a lot of ways over the actual one.
Yeah, it's just like 2 long sketches almost.
This feels a little bit more akin to how it should have ended, has done it in the beginning. You kind of just had a couple of bits where now what they usually do is like a whole bunch of random, like a medley of a whole bunch of
There were a bunch of
alternate
moments during
takes.
the movie
Yeah.
where this could have ended differently.
Yeah, exactly. This one was just 2 primarily. It's like
Yeah.
they had the stinger at the end with the elevator moment, which was a genuinely funny moment in the film. They just focused on making 2 scenes, which I thought was different. And to that extent, to that point, I kind of felt like they were coming from a rather genuine place with this one,
Yeah.
as opposed to just making fun of it and just making jokes. Like, you had your quippy lines, all the Jim Carreys and all the Sonic the Hedgehog characters, but this seemed like coming from a place of a real genuine fan fiction side of here's what they would have liked to have seen done. Because honestly, when all the Sonic characters show up, like, yeah, all the Jim Carreys would have been ridiculous and like, come on, what the hell's going on? And like, that's for the hizzy comedic purposes. However,
But the
when
rings,
with the rings
yeah,
and all
them
the Sonic
showing up,
characters show up, would have been
it would have
pretty
been
sweet.
perfect.
And honestly, even showing up and he encounters Mario, that probably would have been a really cool ending. Like, it seems like the Hizzy fans, or people who delve into animation, probably really know their Sonic and their Nintendo world very well, and it showcases here. So it was interesting to get a variation of harkening back to the old days of how it should have ended by keeping it more simplified in just a couple of scenes, and also seeming like they probably would have actually genuinely preferred at least half of this really occur in the film.
Well, and it also just goes to highlight, I never thought about that during the scene where Marsden caps him with the tranquilizer for the first time. I was like, oh yeah, this would probably be a very avoidable situation for Sonic, wouldn't it? Because so many of those Quicksilver type moments play out where he's obviously having fun with the slow-mo.
Well, I think in the scene, though, in the movie, he'd been always stalking James Marsden, and that was the first time he'd come face to face, so he was emotionally thrown off by it.
He was coming to him in a moment of desperation.
He was off guard, so, I will defend Sonic the Hedgehog, the
Not
movie,
making logical
to the end.
choices.
And I thought the Jim Carrey impression was really good. Was that John Bailey? Because that
I
sounded
think so,
great.
yeah.
That sounded like that was a really good Jim Carrey impression.
Yeah, and just to get the robo versions of all the different characters and all the puns and one-liners that come out of that. And yeah, it is the perfect level where, like you said, if that had happened in the movie, you would be like, huh? Here, it was the perfect, little fan fiction. It just, felt like they didn't even need to go base this super heavily off the movie.
They did.
in a weird way.
The fact that Jim Carrey's ship, Dr. Robotnik's ship, his face was exposed. The glass was not concealing him. So someone could have shot him.
That one cop who spends the entire film being completely incompetent could have had that. And I loved how they played him to just come out like, this just seemed like somebody had to do something.
That was great.
So this was really on the mark. And yeah, it was nice to go back to the old school vibe a little bit.
It's different than what I expected. All right, guys. Well, subscribe to Hizzy if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. Last but not least, Chris Swamoff and Daniel Gallagher. Chris Swamoff, our great friend from Michigan. Daniel Gallagher, our awesome pharmacist from Scotland. Thought it'd be fun for this month. We do some Patreon fan fiction of what if our patrons met. I haven't read it. John wrote this one.
So strap in.
Take it away, John.
Interior local Scottish pharmacy day. Enter Chris Wamoff, looking like he just rolled out of the goddamn RoboCop apocalypse. Ducks under one arm and a fistful of hope under the other. Across the counter, Daniel Gallagher, sexy sexy young Scotsman approaches ready to serve up some piping hot, absolutely legal drugs.
Welcome to the official pharmacy of Scotland. Can I help ya?
I need ducks. Lots of ducks.
Those ducks are for medical use only. Do you have a prescription?
What's your name, kid?
Daniel Gallagher from Scotland.
Well, Daniel Gallagher from Scotland. Tell me, is this always what you wanted to do? Because I'm down to my last 2 ducks and I've got some kids to bring joy to.
As a matter of fact, Chris Wemoff.
My name? Why did you say that name?
Because I know ya, Chris.
Impossible.
But I do. You're an inspiration.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But of course you do. Your work in mental health is what inspired me to get into pharmaceuticals.
Well, that doesn't quite... How old are you?
Now don't be modest. You don't look a day over 21.
Well, that's not what I...
Look, man, I don't know what you brought all the way out here to Glasgow, Scotland from Kalamazoo, Michigan, United States of America, Northwest Hemisphere, planet Earth, but it truly is an honor.
Well, thanks, man. That's kind of you. Now, about those ducks.
Oh yeah, you said you had some kids to bring joy to.
You know, I was going to bring them to Greg and John over at the Real Rejects. There's a major therapy duck shortage out in Los Angeles, but you've touched me today.
Oh, no, I swear, it's against company policy.
No, you've touched my heart.
Here, take these!
Ducks! The music swells as Daniel and Chris stare tearfully from the ducks to each other. Then to the ducks again. I'll buy that for $1.
Me too.
And that's the story of how Chris and Daniel met.
I have no idea what I just read.
I know. I was going back through some old messages, just reminiscing about old times, and Chris obviously does a lot of mental health work. Daniel obviously does a lot of valuable work in the pharmaceuticals. So I thought maybe these guys could have a Venn diagram of interests, but then I got absurd in the process. Chris is a creative guy, and he does a lot to help a lot of people with both their physical and mental recovery from a lot of dark situations, and I was like, that seems like something so nice. So yeah, I don't know why that weird detail became the crux of the sketch, but we love you both, and thanks so much for being here and for being you. And stay safe out there, especially you, Chris. Scottish seems a little safer than me.
Give me more to edit. Thanks, John.